Good evening, and welcome back to Internet's Unknown Mysteries. Internet mysteries that you have most likely never heard of. So I know it's been a while, alright? I've just been going out gathering some new material, and we're going to have a stellar November and December now, aren't we? So, speaking of which, what are we covering today? Human being. Well, it's not actually called that. It's human being, but with some letters replaced with numbers. But for sake of time, we're calling it human being. And I believe that it is the first Slender Man ARG that we are going to be covering on this channel. Not entirely stated that it is Slender Man, but I do believe it is. I'll also say that this won't be an in-depth discussion, because there's a lot of code breaking involved, and as you can no doubt remember from my 14641 episode, I do not have the time or the patience or the know-how to be a code breaker. So I don't have all of the answers for all the codes, so I cannot do a full rundown. But I can show you the interesting bits. Let's take a look, shall we?
make your new friend start recording. You are not home. I'm here to help. He will not be as nice. I did not post 6. Start recording. It's for your own good. Stop lying. Show them. Watch your back.
Well, that was so ambiguous, I needed to change clothes. So, what's going on here? Well, for one, this series has very clearly taken inspiration from another well-known internet horror series. Maybe the most well-known one. I'm, of course, referring to Marble Hornets. I mean, it's all there. The symbols, the drawings, the coughing, when the main character sees the drawings. Sorry, a bit of a headache. But, other than that, I got nothing. Well, not exactly. I mean, still want to play the video a little bit more now, don't you? Alright, so, on to specifics. What is going on here? So, we know that there is this entity stalking who I believe to be the main character. And no, I do not believe it is the guy that we were following in the first video. Because, well, for one, I don't know. I just don't think it's the guy. Doesn't seem to be the right, feel. I'm guessing a few of you noticed the glitchings. Those were actually part of an earlier episode of the series, which you should definitely go and watch. Again, link is in the description, and I'll just give you a few seconds to click off and watch it. Alright, that should be enough time. So, now what? So, we're obviously trying to get some tapes. What is on those tapes, I do not know just yet. But we also managed to pick up some SD cards in the first video. What is on those SD cards, I don't know. Maybe the tapes, but at this point it's anyone's guess. Another thing is that I also believe that it is the same location that from the first clip. In the third clip, those two clips take place in the same place. Now that was a bit redundant, now wasn't it? But you get my point. The significance of going back there, I don't really know what it is necessarily, because just to be honest, this entire series is a bit of a question mark to me, mainly because I'm not really the biggest code breaker, which you would know if you watched my 14641 video. So, that's the lore, or the little bit I could piece together. So, let's talk about what makes this series great. This series is, again, it's a lot like Marble Hornets. I won't deny it. It's a lot like all of the other Slenderman ARGs out there. Just another drop in the bucket, but it's a drop of gold it's a drop of gold in a bucket of water. So, and why do I say that? Well, for one, again, it's pretty short, so you could get through it in an entire night, unlike some other of the other longer running series. It also has a pretty good and compelling mystery with a bunch of secret codes. Again, this is just a really nice codebreaker one. If you want to just give your brain a challenge, check out Human Being. There's also, you can't deny that there is a sense of mystery to this whole thing. I have no idea what's going on, yet I am intrigued. I want to know what is going on here. And props to the creators for making me feel that way, because I've seen more than a few web series where I am not interested at all in what is going on today. But here it's different, because they give you questions and they're promising to they're giving you questions. They're giving you bits and scraps of information so that you form the questions yourselves, and then they say, here's the answer. You just have to figure out what it means. Well, not necessarily that specific, or what am I kidding? That's a terrible analogy. Sorry folks, I went off on a rant there that just went nowhere. I'm sorry. But yeah, another great thing about this is it gives you the questions and the answers, but the answers are written in Latin, which you do not know how to speak. So you have to really work at them. Because I am convinced that there are answers here. There is definitely answers somewhere in this series to what we have just seen. But for the life of me, I cannot find them. Who knows? Maybe you will. So, that being said, this has been Internet's Unknown Mysteries. And check out Human Being. Have a nice time of day.